everybody, and welcome back to my Zero Carb Life. I'm Kelly Hogan, and I'm going to be talking today to my 3 kids one at a time because I feel like that's going to be easier. And they have come up with some questions that they know I get asked a lot. They listen to me answer meaty questions all day, every day. So they could probably answer these questions themselves, and some of the times they will. But I'm going to call them on one at a time just to talk through some frequently asked questions. So simple that a 9, 7, and 4-year-old can understand. All right, I am joined with me today, my 4-year-old. This is Annie, and I have asked them to think of some questions that they may have for me. So Annie, what is your first question?
Why do you only eat meat?
Oh, that's a good question. You know, some grown-ups have asked me that before.
Ah.
Have you ever seen me eat a salad?
No.
A piece of fruit?
No.
Any vegetable?
No.
No, I don't. Is that kind of different?
No.
Yeah. I'm guessing the other moms probably eat some salads. You think?
No.
Yeah. Are you okay with it being different?
No, I'm fine with that.
Cool. Me too. So, Annie, the reason I only eat meat is honestly, I used to eat a lot of plants, but they didn't make me feel very good. Like when I ate plants before, I would get a lot of belly pain. A lot. And I would get bumps on my face a lot, and even on my body, and they were really painful. And I also had a lot of extra weight that was very hard on mommy's bones. I just didn't feel good. I felt kind of sick a lot. You've never seen me sick a lot, have you?
No, I have never seen you sick.
I stay pretty healthy. So it's different, but that's why I only eat meat. You good with that?
Mm-hmm.
Good. All right, thanks, Annie.
Bye.
All right. I have 7, almost 8-year-old Thomas here with me today. And Thomas, what is your question?
Well, I only have one, and it is, do you ever take any vitamins?
Do you ever see me take anything?
No, but that's a fair point.
That's right. So I personally do not take any what's called supplements. A supplement is anything other than food that you're taking to get your vitamins and your nutrients. It's almost like a medicine or vitamin. And I don't. I've never needed them. But I know that some people, when they start a carnivore diet, especially in the beginning, they might have some stomach troubles, like they have a hard time digesting fat. So they might need a little bit of something called ox bile. Especially if they don't have a gallbladder, it's hard to, meat has a lot of fat, right?
Yeah.
And so it can be hard for their stomachs to digest all of that fat in the very beginning. So some people might need it at first, but I don't really think any diet that requires you to take a supplement forever sounds like a good idea, right? Like, I think if your diet is good, you probably shouldn't have to take a pill every single day. Unless, like, if somebody's sick, like if somebody there's something called a type 1 diabetic, they might need to take medicine forever. So for me, I don't take anything, but if someone needs it, then wouldn't it be better to take it than to just suffer?
Yeah.
But also, doesn't it seem silly to take something if you don't actually need it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the answer is no, but I would if I needed to. Does that seem fair?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thanks. This is Julia. She is 9. Ask your question.
Do you take electrolytes?
Do you know what electrolytes are?
No, I don't.
I barely know either. Do you hear people ask me that a lot?
A lot.
Yes. Okay. So the thing with electrolytes, sometimes people say, especially when they are first switching from a regular diet to an all-meat diet, sometimes things get kind of out of whack. And I think probably the only way to really know for sure that it's electrolytes is to like have your hair tested or go for some extensive blood work or something. Most people, I think most people probably do not need that when they first switch. But some people say it makes them feel better. If somebody were to be feeling bad and they tried an electrolyte and they felt better, I think that's probably good. Yeah. They should try it. But I don't think you probably will need to do it forever, sort of like a supplement. If it helps for a while, it might heal something, it might perk you up, and then you could maybe try weaning off of it to see if your diet is enough, because, good diet, good water, hopefully would be enough. But if it's not, if somebody gives a solid try, carnivore, a solid try, and then you try it without all that, but you feel better with the electrolytes, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I agree.
If people are feeling good, it's not like it's full of sugar or seed oils or any garbage. If it makes people feel good, then sure. But to answer your question, no, I don't. I did try electrolytes 2 days, and I got leg cramps, which makes no sense at all because some people say they actually use electrolytes to prevent leg cramps. But, I guess everybody's different. Yeah. So the answer is no. Thanks, Jules. Mm-hmm. Try it again. Hey, Annie, what's the next question?
Do you eat salt?
Okay, you know the answer to that. Do I eat salt?
Yes.
Yeah, I do. So before you were born, there were actually times when I went many months without eating any salt. Yeah. Why do you think I put salt in my burgers?
That's the get it good?
To get it good, because I like it. That was the right answer. So I don't use salt as a medicine. I just kind of like how it tastes. And when I did go without salt for a long time, I didn't really find that I felt any better or worse. I just like the way salt tastes. Some people, though, feel very good one way or the other. Some people feel great if they use it and terrible if they don't. And some people feel great if they don't, but terrible if they do. So I try not to tell people what to do with salt because I just want people to feel
good.
Right? We just want people to feel good. And we do want people to live long and healthy lives. So if they have test results that show that they have not enough salt, then maybe they should work on that. Or if they feel like, they're waking up during the night and they have to pee a lot, then they should work on that. You never, ever wake up during the night to pee. In fact, all of the kids did not ever have trouble with bedwetting. They just sleep through the night. I do not wake up in the night to pee. But if somebody is having to wake up a lot during the night to pee, they could maybe adjust their salt amounts or their electrolyte amounts. Do you know the lady who sent you all those beautiful hair bow wraps and the one that made my skirts? Her name is Charlene Anderson. Remember all those hair bows? Yeah. So I'm friends with her, and she has been eating only steaks every day for over 20 years. Way longer than Mommy's been a carnivore. Her and her husband. They use no salt ever.
That's not forever.
Well, no, but 20 years is a long time. Actually, I think it's more like 22 years at this point. I know. They never use any salt. They just say they feel way better without it, and that's how they've been for a long time.
Oh.
So to answer your question, I do use salt right now, but if I didn't feel good, I would change things up. If somebody feels great doing what they're doing, they should probably keep doing it, don't you think? Yeah. Okay, great. Next. Thomas, next question.
Well, I was wondering, how much meat do most people eat per day?
All right. Thomas, how much meat per day do you eat?
Well, it depends how hungry I am.
Well, that's a good point. And I think that's how much meat people should eat. Right? So there are days when I eat 6 burger patties, and that's plenty. And there are days when I'm so hungry, I eat 8 burger patties and some eggs. And there are days where I'm so hungry, I feel like I barely stop eating all day. It partly depends on how active you've been, or sometimes even how stressed out you are. Sometimes your body is just like, meat, give me all the meat. And then sometimes I'm like, not really that hungry. You're the same way. Some days you never get full. And then some days you kind of pick around at your food. Okay, you almost always eat a lot.
Yeah. I never pick around. I just eat.
Yes.
I'm sort of slow when I do it, but I eat a lot.
But as far as how much meat other people should eat, I seriously have no idea. I mean, there are tiny, tiny people on a carnivore diet. There are huge people on a carnivore diet. There's people like Dr. Baker, Dr. Baker who lifts all the weights. There are also people working desk jobs right now who do almost no exercise at all. There are people out there sweating like crazy. There are people who barely leave their house. So to answer how much meat someone else should eat, I don't know. I think the general recommendation with carnivores has been that most of us end up at around 1.5 to 2 pounds. Yeah. But somebody like Dr. Baker is going to need way more than that, right? Mm. And somebody like you is going to need, maybe way more than that also.
Yeah.
But somebody who's not all that active, you're a pretty active guy, soccer player and everything, right? But if they're not very active, they really will probably not need that much meat. But there's no need to sit around hungry all day. Is that any way to live?
No.
Not for me. I don't think so.
How much do you eat?
1.5 pounds usually, most every day. If I'm really, really busy or very hungry that day, or it depends on certain times of the calendar, then I might eat 2 pounds. But mostly, especially if I add butter, then I don't need as much meat.
But so is yummy.
Yeah, we love butter. Yeah. All right, good question. Thanks. One more note about Thomas's question. If you are not sure if you're hungry or not sure if you're overeating or not, if your food is very, very bland, it can really help you determine. I know that doesn't sound exciting, but it's just one way to get in touch with your hunger signals. If you're eating really heavily seasoned, crispy, fatty ribeyes, it may be very hard for you to get in touch with whether or not you're hungry. Now, if you're just starting this out and you're trying to get carbs out of your diet, I would say don't worry about it at all. Just eat, stay full, stay happy. Okay, I'm going to bring on the next kid. Joel's next question.
Okay. Should people eat organ meats?
Do you like organ meats?
No.
Yeah, so I tried it out. Do you remember what happened when I ate organ meats?
No.
I got a little stinky.
Oh,
yeah, remember? I mean, you could smell it. Like, it wasn't just like my armpits. It's kind of just like my body was a little bit funky. And I also got like itchy eyes, and I felt like I was a little bit allergic, but I also think I kind of overdid it because I was eating them every day, right? Every day. So here's how I felt about organ meats. If somebody feels really good eating them and they enjoy them, then sure, why would you not? Fine. But if you want to cover all of your bases, and what I mean is cover all the nutrients that a person could possibly need. If you are eating beef, some eggs, a little dairy, and a little seafood, like, you have covered it. You've covered it. But if you hate eggs or are allergic, or you hate dairy, or it makes you have a bad reaction, or if you hate fish and you never eat it, then you might want to consider trying an organ meat. If it makes you feel lousy and stinky and you hate it, though, I don't think it's something that people should feel like they have to choke down if it doesn't make them feel any better. I think the main thing is, how does your body react to it? Don't you think?
Yeah, I agree completely.
And I didn't react that well to it. Yeah. Okay, go get your brother. Thanks.
Really?
Thomas, what's next?
Well, I was wondering, why don't you fast?
Do you fast?
No.
Why not?
Mostly because I get hungry.
That's why I don't fast.
Like,
Okay.
I can only take it if I don't have one meal. So.
Same, honestly. But so there is some science about fasting that shows that it helps to clean out your cells and does something called autophagy. And some people even say that it can help with loose, saggy skin when you lose weight. But I do not think everyone has to fast in order to get those benefits. And also, I hate it. So I could either choose to be happy and to live like just a really happy, laid back, healthy life, or I could fast. For me, those are the options. I do not enjoy fasting. But did you know that some people love it? I mean, for real, some of my friends say they feel good when they fast. They enjoy they call it taking a break from food. Can you even imagine that?
No.
It'll be like, I'm going to take a breath from having fun. I'm going to take a break from breathing. I'm going to take a break from smiling. Like, why would you want to take a break from food? I don't get it. But I recognize that everybody is not me, right? And so when someone says, I actually feel really good when I fast and I feel like it resets my system and I love it, then I trust them with that, right? I feel good when I eat twice a day. You feel good when you eat how much?
I wish 5 times,
but you really eat 3 times a day. Yeah. Okay, there's still breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Like, I wish 100,000 billion.
I eat lunch and dinner myself, and I feel really good. If you do feel your best, folks, eating 1 time a day or every other day, and it helps you reach your goals, and you feel good energy, and your hair is good, your skin is good, and your sleep is good, and your bathrooming is good. That's a way grown-ups say poop. Yeah. If everything is good, then fast if you want to, and don't fast if you don't. If it takes away from your quality of life and freaks you out and stresses you out like it does me and Thomas, then I would say probably best to just eat some meat. And I don't feel guilty when I just eat meat, because if it's just meat, I know I'm probably hungry, especially if it's plain meat. I know I'm really hungry. Now, if it's a pile of like donuts, who knows if you were actually hungry, right? You know, your daddy could eat donuts even if he's not hungry at all.
Like you could, if you got a big pile of donuts and you just shoved them in your mouth, you would never stop, even if you were so full or so hungry.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think people could eat a huge pile of donuts even if they aren't hungry, but not a steak? Why would they eat the donuts?
Mostly because sugar is very addictive.
Y'all heard that? Because sugar is very addictive, right?
Yeah.
And so just like any drug, whether your body needs it or not, your body is like craving it and tells you it needs it, even if it really doesn't. That was solid. Good job. Go get your sister. Annie, next question.
Do you think you can live to 100?
You want me to live to be 100?
Yes.
What about 200?
Oh, is that the biggest number?
So my answer is, I mean, I hope so. But you know, nobody's going to live forever on this earth, right? Right? True fact? Okay. It's kind of heavy though, right? Yeah. Kind of heavy topic. But listen, nobody is going to live 300 years. But I do want to eat a diet that's going to make me feel really good for a very long time. Yes?
Yeah.
I want to feel happy, and I want to feel healthy, and I want to have energy so I can be a happy mom and go to work and then hang out with you guys. And so as long as I'm feeling really amazing, I don't want to spend all of my time stressing out about getting it perfect so that I can live decades longer and decades longer. The goal is not to live to be 300. The goal is to live really well while I'm here, right? To have a happy, good life with my mind working well and my body working well so I can do cartwheels with you guys, and even cartwheels or somersaults, flips on the trampoline, even when your kids are here someday, right? Yeah. You think you'll have kids someday? Yeah. You gonna feed them a good diet?
No.
Tons of sugar?
No.
Good answer. Okay.
I'd probably give them meat. I'd say, hey kids, get some meat now.
Hey kids, get some meat, y'all. You're gonna be a good mom. I like that. Thanks, Addie. All right, so to continue the thought with Annie, I am absolutely prepared when it comes mentally to the idea of death and not living forever, but I also want to stick around a very, very long time to enjoy these kids and grandchildren and hopefully great-grandchildren for many, many decades to come. But I know how I used to feel eating all of the garbage. I felt really lousy, and I would not have wanted to live to be 100 feeling that way, frankly. And feeling the way I do now, I could spend every single day trying to micromanage every detail of my health to make sure that I live to be 130. But I honestly just want to live very well while I'm here, making smart choices, but still being happy. Because, you know, the time I spend with them, I don't need to constantly be, you know, there are a lot of biohacks that can be very time consuming. I want to do the things that fit in my life, but still give me a good quality of life and will hopefully still allow me to live a very long life. All right. Next question. Julia, last question.
Yeah. What should someone do if they're not losing weight?
Do you think everyone needs to lose weight?
No. Actually, I don't.
Do you know how much you weigh?
No.
Do you think you need to lose weight?
No, I'm a man.
I agree. So I think that the question, I do get asked a lot, what should I do if I'm a carnivore and I'm not losing weight? And I think step one is to figure out, like, do you need to lose weight? And I think the answer sometimes is legitimately, yes, some people probably do need to lose weight because they've eaten in a really unhealthy way. You've seen pictures of me from a long time ago. And I was carrying a lot of weight that my body didn't need, and so I felt bad. But then at some point, people get to a fairly healthy weight, And they still sit and obsess constantly thinking about that last 5 to 10 pounds, right? And they just want to be skinnier and skinnier. So I think it's worth asking, does the person really need to lose weight? And I also think that a scale is a very, very bad judge of what's actually happening in your body, if you're getting healthier, if you're getting more muscular. Muscle weighs more than fat. So I wish people would stay off the scale. Do you know how much I weigh myself?
Actually, no, I don't.
I only weigh about 3 times per year. I don't step on the scale very much because I think it's kind of self-torture. I think people get really stressed out about the scale, and I can look at my body and think, it's doing what it needs to do. Also, if I'm eating food that I know is good food, like you eat a good diet, you're not eating candy bars, you're not eating junk, right? You're not even eating bread or crackers, cookies. So we don't have to worry about it. If you guys were eating all of that stuff, I would feel like, oh, are they the right size? Are they on the right growth chart, right? Get on that scale, Julia. I really wouldn't. But you're eating healthy foods, and as long as you do that, I don't think you ever have to worry about weight, ever. I hope you never spend your life just thinking every day, I wonder how much I weigh. I used to do that. I'm serious. Every single morning, my first thought was, I would wake up, and some of you are doing it now every single day in your life, and I know that's true because you tell me. Some folks wake up every morning, and their first waking thought is, how much do I weigh? And getting to a scale. Yeah, that seems sad, doesn't it? Like, I hope people can just feel healthy, stand up and be like, I feel good. And maybe think, I hope I can go for a walk today, or I hope I can do something fun today, or I hope the project at work goes well today, or I'm grateful to be alive today. But the scale, I hope that's not people's first thoughts. Now, that said, if you are eating an all-meat diet and somebody is still thinking, I still have some weight to lose, maybe they should just try something a little different. More fat or less fat, more salt or less salt. Eating a different meat. So if they're eating only really fatty ribeyes, maybe try some leaner fish or something for a while if they're feeling good. But if somebody tries something new and they feel really bad, like they feel lousy, but they're losing weight, I don't know. I think that if your body is healthy, you're eating well, and you're feeling good, I do think your weight will eventually fall into place. I do think removing some stress from your life, sometimes things get kind of stressful, right? And it can be hard to be like, okay, I'm going to cut out all stress. I'm just going to stop going to work and stop feeding these kids. Oh no, the poor kids. You can't just cut out all stress, but learning how to deal with the stress and taking time to relax and to breathe can actually help with weight loss, because a healthy, happy body can actually think about losing weight. When a body is sick and stressed, I think it tends to hang on to it all, gets greedy, hang on to every little calorie, right? We've never counted calories around here. No. People ask all the time, how many calories do I eat? I don't know. I eat enough so that I'm not thinking about food all day. And I don't eat so much that I'm stuffed and feeling gross, except for that night with the pork belly. Remember, I felt so bad. I didn't eat for almost 2 days because I overdid it. But in general, I just think we should all focus more on living well, eating well, feeling good, being happy, how your clothes fit maybe. When you put on your clothes, you don't just stand around examining, oh my gosh, how do my clothes fit though? I love the way you are. You're happy with yourself, you're happy with your body, you put on your clothes, and if your pants are too short because you grew, then we buy you some new pants. Right. Thanks, Jules. Great job.
Bye.
Okay, there you have it. Those are the 9 questions that I get asked very often. You may have heard me answer them before, but I just wanted to do it more of a simplistic way with the input of my kids who see me live this life every single day. I hope you guys are having a fantastic low carb, keto, carnivore, whatever you're doing, that you're having success, and that if you have any questions that you'll comment below and I will try to answer them. Let me know what's working for you. If you have a strong opinion about any of these 9 questions, let me know. But in truth, whatever is really working for your body, as long as you are eating nutrient-dense foods that give you energy and make you feel great. I think that's about the most that we can hope for ourselves. And I truly do think that is going to give us a very long and healthy life. All right, thank you for joining me. See you next time.